Breaking news! Naku po, finish na talaga. Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, viral matapos ang kanyang pangmalakasang anunsyo ngayong araw. Grabe, ibang klase naman talaga mag-isip ang ating mahal na Pangulong BBM. Dahil may ginawa na naman. Imagine mga kababayan, sa tagal-tagal ng panahon, ngayon lamang ito na isa katuparan sa ilalim pa talaga ng Marcos administration. At ito pa malupit mga kababayan, dahil bukod sa siguradong mapapakinabangan ito ng bawat mamamayang Pilipino, ay magkakaroon pa ng 105 bilyong piso na kita ang pamalaan sa batas na ito na tiyak na gagamitin ng pamalaan sa iba't ibang katangi-tangi at makabuluhang mga proyekto. Ay grabe, ikaw na talaga Mr. President. Siguradong madami na namang iiyak dito. Kaya naman mga kababayan, wag na natin itong patagalin pa. Samahan niyo ako at sabay-sabay nating alamin ang maiinit na balita sa araw na ito. Breaking news! Nilagdaan ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. ang Value-Added Tax on Digital Services Law na inaasa ang bubuo ng 105 bilyong piso na kita ng gobyerno sa loob lamang ng 5 taon ngayong araw. Nilinaw ni Pbbm na hindi sila magpapataw ng kahit anumang bagong buwis. Agkos, ang batas na ito ay naglalayong i-level ang playing field ng digital landscape sa Pilipinas. Sa kanyang talumpati sa ceremonial hall sa paglagda ng batas sa Palasyo ng Malacanang, sinabi ni Pbbm na ang bagong nilagdaang batas ay tumutulay sa agwat na dulot ng mabilis na pagbabago sa digital world. Para sa kaalaman ng lahat, ang Value-Added Tax on Digital Services Law ay nagpapalakas at nag-i-streamline sa otoridad ng Bureau of Internal Revenue o BIR na mangolekta ng VAT sa mga digital na serbisyo, kabilang ang mga digital media, digital music, digital video games, video on demand at digital ads. Sinasaklaw nito ang mga digital platforms tulad ng Netflix, Spotify, Amazon at Lazada, bukod pa sa iba pang mga digital service providers. Exempted sa batas ang mga digital educational services, kabilang ang mga online na kurso at webinar na inaalok sa mga pribadong institusyon at sa mga pagbebenta ng mga online na serbisyong nakabatay sa subskripsyon sa mga institusyong pang-edukasyon na kinikilala ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno. Kabilang dito sa mga institusyon ito ay ang Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education at State Universities and College. Sa ilalim ng batas, may otoridad ang BIR Commissioner na suspindihin ang mga business operations ng mga hindi sumusunod na nagbabayad ng buwis, kabilang ang pagharang sa mga digital services ng mga non-complaint services providers. Ang batas ay ipapatupad ng Department of Information and Communication Technology sa pamamagitan ng National Telecommunication Commission. Ang Department of Finance naman sa rekomendasyon ng BIR at pakikipag-ugnayan sa DICT at National Telecommunication Commissions at ang konsultasyon sa mga stakeholder ay inaatasan na maglabas ng mga implementing rules and regulations ng batas na hindi lalagpas sa 90 days mula sa pagiging epektibo nito. Sinabi din ni Pbbm na ang mga nalikom mula sa bagong pinirmahang batas ay magbibigay daan sa gobyerno na maglaan ng higit para sa mga pagpapatay ng humigit kumulang 42,000 classrooms, 6,000 rural health units at 7,000 kilometers farm-to-market roads. At ang batas na ito ay inaasahang bubuo ng 105 bilyong piso sa susunod na 5 taon. Ang layunin ng batas na ito ay itaguyod ang pagiging patas, pagkakaisa at pag-unlad sa digital na ekonomiya.
Thank you to our DICT Secretary, Secretary Ivan. Please take your seats. Senate President Chis Escudero and the members of the Senate, House Speaker Martin Romualdez and the members of the House of Representatives, Finance Secretary, the beneficiary of all of this, of what we are doing today, the Finance Secretary, Secretary Ralph Recto, the other cabinet members present, Presidential Advisor for Legislative Affairs, Mark Leandro Mendoza, BIR Commissioner June Lumagi, other key development partners and stakeholders, my fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. There is an old saying that there are only two things certain in life. They are taxes and death. It is now time to add perhaps one more item to that list, and that is change. The rapid change in our digital landscape has created a gap in our tax system. Today, we signed the Value-Added Tax and Digital Services Law, and we are now bridging that gap. With this law, we say that if your presence in the Philippine market is as real as your profits, then your tax responsibility should also be equally tangible. But make no mistake, we are not imposing new taxes. We are simply strengthening the authority and streamlining the process of the BIR to collect value-added tax on digital services. This includes digital media, digital music, digital video, video on demand, and digital advertising. Local businesses and international digital platforms now compete on equal terms. We no longer will be playing by different sets of rules. If you are reaping the rewards of a fruitful digital economy here, it is only right that you contribute also to its growth. After all, whether you are a small tech startup or a global tech giant based halfway around the world, if you are making money here in the Philippines, you are part of our community. And with that comes a shared responsibility. Be assured that the government has taken a deliberate and measured approach to ensure that this tax will not crush innovation or hinder growth. We have been precise about where this tax applies, sparing educational and public interest services from its coverage. Online courses, webinars, and other digital educational offerings are not subject to VAT in order to keep education affordable and accessible to all Filipinos. This law is more than ensuring tax compliance. It is also in support of nation building. For the next 5 years, we estimate to collect 105 billion pesos from this measure. This is enough to build 42,000 classrooms, more than 6,000 rural health units, 7,000 kilometers of farm-to-market roads. Additionally, 5% of the revenues generated by this law will be allocated to our creative industries. This means our artists, filmmakers, musicians, the very people who fill our platforms with stories and with content will directly benefit. It ensures that our creative talents are not just surviving in a competitive digital market, but will be allowed to prosper. Fairness, inclusivity, and progress. These are the goals of this law. Today is not just about the signing of the VAT on Digital Services Law. It is also the beginning of a more equitable journey forward. And this would not have been possible without our legislators. We thank you for the dedication that you showed in ensuring the timely approval of this law. To our partners in the digital space, let this be seen as an invitation to help build a bagong Pilipinas, where innovation flourishes, especially as we promote competition. To our local enterprises who have been pillars of our economy even in the face of changing landscapes, today we restore the balance and give you the fair shot that you deserve. To our people who deserve nothing less than a system that works for them, this law shall bring in much needed revenue to help build a better future for us all. I call for the support of all the companies and entrepreneurs who will be covered by this law. I also urge the concerned government agencies to promulgate the necessary rules and implement the needed steps to operationalize this law within the period that is prescribed within the Act. So as we usher in this change, let us be reminded, true progress does not just count profit, it counts everyone in. So thank you all very much, and may we continue building a stronger and fairer bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga sa inyo.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President to please proceed downstage to grant us a group photo. May we also request our attendees to gather at the center and join us with the group photo. Again, may we also request our attendees to gather at the center and join us with the group photo. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Thank you again, Mr. President.